on the shooting style stretch.
Steve Prazak along with Dan the Dragon Wilson welcoming you to NWA Wildside. Thank you for joining us. We're soon to be the only wrestling promotion, I believe, in North America where the median age is actually under 35. Interesting point there. Last week here on Wildside, boy, was this one for the books. Eyebrows permanently in the vertical up position. AJ Styles and David Young going to a time limit draw. Actually, almost two of them if you think about it. An amazing effort from both competitors. AJ Styles and David Young are two of the finest athletes to ever walk down the aisle here at the NCW Arena. And at Wildside, we got them both. However, that was last week. This week, this is another story altogether new.
Your main event this week on Wildside Television, a rematch from the taped fist match, Christmas Chaos 2001.
Taped fist match?
The role model Jason Cross gonna get in the ring with his arch rival Caprice Ice Coleman. A couple of weeks ago on Wildside Television, it was Jason Cross that cost Coleman a match with Sweet Dreams, his own brother, who turned his back on Coleman at Christmas Chaos 2001. Heavy grudge to be settled. That's your main event this week. Also, the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion Jeremy Lopez is in the house. He was supposed to face Lance Dreamer. Lance Dreamer's gone. He was injured by all that Adam Jacobs in Nashville, Tennessee, and right now is not set to come back to Wildside ever. Jeremy Lopez is hot because his opponent didn't show up. He's going to be in the ring, and a whole lot more on this week's edition of Wildside.
Well, it's 2002, and with a new year comes change. And if anyone knows about change, it's G-rated. Now, I lost Kid Ecstasy in the Loser Leaves Town match, so I had to go out and search all over the world for a new partner. And, well, all the midgets I knew were busy. So I went out and did the next best thing. I got me a Mexican.
Ole!
Sal Del Rio, how does it feel to be a new member of NWA Wildside?
Antifaz del Norte!
Why do they call you the Latin lover?
I'll make your panties moist.
So with change on G-rated, well, we got bigger.
Grande!
We got better.
Grande!
And the G still stands for good looking.
Y guapo!
The fans really taken the G-rated in recent weeks. After a match they had at one of the Wildside Arena shows against Blackout. Blackout beat him senseless, and G-rated started fighting back. I talked about him dropping the comedy act before, and while they are heavily influenced on it in the ring introduction, I think they've taken a little bit of a different approach to their in-ring performance and being a comedy act, and I think it's going to be much more successful for G-rated. The Future Shock attacking from the behind.
Future Shock don't particularly care for comedy acts, last I checked.
Brandon P and Jay Frieza shown to be a formidable team. And look at G-rated lacing in to Future Shock. Here comes Sal Del Rio.
With a big splash, and Kid Cole with a big splash. No one does it better. You want to call that one, Dan?
I think Brandon P now knows what Jay Freeze had for lunch.
Yes, sir. The summer of '69. And some of my other favorite Bryan Adams songs.
Sal Del Rio breaks it up. Del Rio up and over. Kick to the midsection.
What on earth?
That's the Chalupa Crunch.
You're kidding. The Chalupa Crunch? No, isn't Chalupa like a Spanish dish?
Sal Del Rio comes to us from all corners of the earth.
He's from the UN.
Wait a minute. Corey Guerrero special into a neck breaker. Sal Del Rio is in a world of hurt.
And Sal hit knees first, too. And But I tell you, if you're a professional wrestler, particularly here at Wildside, your knees are in radiant rough shape after literally weeks, perhaps months, perhaps even years of abuse. And Sal Del Rio didn't need to be reminded of that.
Big right hands there. Irish whip reversal. They're going for that trio wall one more time.
Well, not tonight.
Hurricane Runner, beautiful counter.
Sal and Kid Cool are perched up on the top turnbuckle like two birds.
Tidal wave, and this one's in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, G-Rated.
What a plan of attack from G-Rated, a team that couldn't win a match. Jeremy V and Crew Jones have been fighting quite literally tooth and nail, forgive the cliche, week after week here at Wildside. And to date, actually, it's been pretty much been an even turnout as far as wins and losses by both these competitors. But the hatred between these two is getting a little out of hand. Perhaps tonight it will end. Perhaps tonight it will only continue.
Shoulder tackle. Jeremy V goes down and down hard. Up and over. Hoop toss by young Jeremy V. Said it before, this is the kid to watch. In 2002, big arm drag by Jeremy V. Looked like he missed a beat there, but it caught him on the second round.
I don't think Jeremy V has any Heisman aspirations, unlike Crew Jones, who seems to think Heisman just about every other minute. What a weird guy. I remember one of the reasons I hated high school so much was people like Crew Jones. Crowd firmly behind Jeremy here.
The NCAA Arena faithful getting under their skin. That big business Brown, but Jeremy V on the offense, going to the arm there.
Well, there's plenty of skin on Triple B.
And shooting it in there. Crew Jones fighting up here. He's got the ropes. Jeremy V's going to be forced to break the hold. Referee Speedy Nelson showing some authority here. Oh, but look at Jeremy V with a hot shot variation there on the arm of Crew Jones. This kid's been studying some tapes. That's a very wise strategy for this young man. Crew Jones has massive arms. One of his biggest strengths, and Triple B's throwing the flag.
A flag on the play. Well, Triple B's in fine shape this week, and the shape is a pair. And what a pair.
We got to keep wanting consistency here in Wildside.
Thank you.
Jeremy V going back to the arm. This guy been studying old Anderson tapes or what?
Good idea. I think it might be a more fruitful approach to be going after the legs, perhaps, of Crew Jones.
Very true.
Let's assume Jeremy V knows something I don't. I'm counting on it.
Scoop and a slam here by Crew Jones. Plant the youngster down hard.
And what a slam. Looks like Crew Jones having words with his cheerleader at ringside.
Big business around making sure she's on the job.
What does a Crew Jones cheerleader make? Any idea? Are there any perks? 401k? I'll assume there's none.
I think they get a dental plan. But I'm not sure about that.
Get back to me later on, if you would.
Crew Jones has Jeremy V in that corner. He's setting him up. Laces are in. And it's good.
How many points is that?
That's 3.
Ah, 3. The one bad mofo, all county Crew Jones, charging on Jeremy V. Oh dear.
Crew Jones is such a show-off.
What kind of pin attempt is that? Not a very good one, apparently.
This guy's off his rocker. We better get his Heisman Trophy.
He's off his rocker, then he makes the perfect professional wrestler.
Drug of an elbow by Jeremy V. He catches him, gets him out, backslide. Could be, oh no, 2 count only. Big right hand by Crew Jones. Big clothesline, rather. Big elbow drop. Crew Jones' strength is in his arms, his biceps. This guy is huge in the upper body, and that is his strategy. throw those lumbering clotheslines, using power moves. He's a hell of an athlete. Jeremy V's going to have to avoid that in order to be successful in this matchup. But that's a long shot at best.
I mean, halfway Crew Jones is a complete head case. Jeremy V in for a quick pin attempt, still no go. The fact that Crew Jones is clearly a psychology textbook chapter all by himself. That is the look at that pin attempt. That is definitely to Jeremy V's advantage. When you're that enthralled with yourself, there are all kinds of opportunities to zoom in for the kill. Hopefully Jeremy V realizes that. I mean, he's faced Crew Jones on a number of occasions. But this hatred, it does not seem to stop week after week.
Well, we'll see where the kid's head is at as far as in-ring wrestling psychology and how to attack your opponent with a strategy. Jeremy V wins! Who do you believe it?
A roll-up out of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jeremy V.
Oh no, here comes Iceberg and Jeff G. Bailey. Jeremy V does not deserve
him, Iceberg. Oh. Who do you think you are, pretty boy? Tonight you're gonna find out what it's like. Oh, God, yeah. That's right. Who the hell is this? Get him, Iceberg. Get that nobody. Who the hell are you? You're some nobody. You don't even belong on my show. And now you're gonna pay for sticking your nose in my business. Crew, get that garbage down there. Take the garbage out. What the hell is that? You ridiculous looking fool. Squash him, Iceberg. Oh, yes. The human holocaust. Iceberg. Do it again, Iceberg. I want him to pay.
Iceberg is
who the hell do you think you are?
And he's on a warpath.
Iceberg.
He's not looking happy.
This piece of garbage is gonna die. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get that.
Crew Jones laying into Jeremy V on the outside.
The quarter ton of Iceberg
here.
annihilating everyone in his
Get the
path.
garbage out. Get it all out of here. Now that you've had the opportunity to witness the harbinger of sorrow, the being of inconceivable horror, Iceberg, I'm gonna let you be graced with the presence of excellence and bring out my entire NWA elite. Jason Cross, the role model. All that Adam Jacobs, the man hotter than an acid bath. The returning superstar, Air Paris. And last but not least, the man who schooled Caprice Coleman, Sweet Dreams. Now I know you're probably wondering where JC Daz is tonight. It seems there's been a little legal entanglement. There's some alleged things going around, but I can promise you this, JC Daz will be back soon enough.
He's in the
there
pokey.
will be no penalty paid for the alleged criminal activity. Now, Adam, what I've got for you tonight is I know you've been worried about that drag queen freak show, the only male without a Y chromosome on the planet. So what I've done is to give you peace of mind. No more psychotherapy, that's all junk. I've got you a bodyguard, a man that can watch your back full time, and I want him to come down right now. Look at the size of this man, Adam. He is gonna make sure that Laz never gets near you again. And tonight, Jason Cross, what I've got for you is a return match with Caprice Coleman. You've beaten him many times before, and I'm a very busy man, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have Dreams. I want you to be in his corner tonight. Biz, get the hell over here when I'm talking to you. Put those Twinkies away, you're distracting the man. You and Dreams are gonna be out tonight with Jason Cross to watch his back. Now, to make sure that we finish off that freak once and for all, Air Paris, tonight, you're gonna get Laz
one-on-one. And what I want from you is to show all these people exactly why you are a superstar. And I've told you, it doesn't matter whether it's AJ Styles or it's David Young. You are gonna be my next heavyweight champion. And oh yeah, there's one more thing to address, and that's the Onyx problem. Biz, you couldn't get the job done, so I've taken it on myself to take care of the Onyx problem. So tonight, Onyx, you're gonna defend the World Television title in a three-way dance. And one of the men that's gonna be in that match goes by the name of Homicide. Come on down, Homicide, because tonight it's gonna be Dark City style, and I want you to get on Onyx and make him pay.
Onyx in a three-way dance. One of his opponents is Homicide, for crying out loud.
And like I said, it's gonna be a three-way dance. Homicide's gonna be one man. Onyx is gonna be one man. And the third person is gonna be Rain Man.
Oh, good Lord, talk about one-sided. And that's the way Bailey likes it. Both members of Blackout against Onyx in a three-way dance.
Well, the CEO is throwing his power around tonight.
What else is new? That's Bailey.
Don't worry about a thing. Tonight, Onyx is gonna have to pay. I'm counting on you. Big Biz has laid out some big money, and that money's not for pinning Onyx. I want him hurt. I want him to pay with his life. Biz, I want you to take all the guys to the back. Get them ready, get them primed for their matches. Dan Wilson, you get down here and do your job and introduce that lamb that's about to be led to the slaughter, Onyx, whoever the hell that guy is.
A slaughter it might be indeed. Onyx in a three-way dance against both members of Blackout. This is, in normal case, it's cruel and unusual punishment. If you're Jeff G. Bailey. Out goes Homicide. And it's Onyx and Rain Man mixing it up. Fisticuffs in the middle of the ring this week on Wildside.
Look at Onyx going to town on Rain Man. Drop down, up and over the coast. Boot power slam by the World Television Champion.
And there's no final power slam in Wildside. And that's from the World TV Champ, Onyx.
Homicide's coming off the top. But a miscue lands on Rain Man. Then a high back body drop. And down he goes. The World Television Champion is cleaning house. Jeff G. Bailey's tried everything in his power to eliminate Onyx from Wildside. He sent thug after thug, and they could not get the job done. Had Big Business Brand bring in several. He brought in Scoot Andrews from Florida. He couldn't get the job done. Onyx has been so unstoppable here as the World Television Champion. And now Blackout in the ring in a three-way dance. Give me a break. Oh, that's a butt bomb by Rain Man.
And Bailey's been livid, absolutely livid after that ridiculous episode with that steroid test. And Bailey got a urine sample hurled straight into his mouth in one of the most disgusting yet somewhat amusing scenes ever seen here on Wildside.
Onyx has been a thorn in the side of Jeff G. Bailey since he left the NWA Elite in March of 2001. It's been a long several months for Onyx, having to fend off Jeff G. Bailey's NWA Elite. But he won the World Television Championship from all that Adam Jacobs on October the 20th, 2001 at Fright Night. And he's been the champion ever since, and having upended some very, very difficult circumstances.
That's true, but when you're a champion of the caliber of Onyx, the World TV Champion, I mean, you're a marked man. And tonight, the target is double fold, both members of Blackout, just the way Jeff Bailey wants it. But the problem is, will there be any cooperation between Rain Man and Homicide as to which one will pin the World TV Champ? I mean, that's a big question mark now.
Well, as Jeff G. Bailey said before, he didn't care if his shoulders were pinned to the mat. He wants him hurt. So I don't think winning the World Television title was even on the mind of Homicide or Rain Man. But with street bugs like them, you never know.
Hey, There's a big chunk of gold. These guys like gold.
Forearm across the throat of Onyx. Still to come, fans. Jeremy Lopez is going to be out here. Lance Dreamer's gone from Wildside. He wrestled Adam Jacobs in Nashville, Tennessee. Don't know what happened to him. I think he may have suffered an injury, but nevertheless, he's no longer with the company. He's not coming back. He was supposed to face Jeremy Lopez, Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, next year on Wildside. But since he's not here, I think Jeremy Lopez has a very interesting announcement to make. We'll find that out here next.
Oh, the mic work of Jeremy Lopez. Timeless stuff, that. And your main event this week on Wildside is Caprice Coleman mixing it up with the role model, Jason Cross. Oh, super dropkick from Rain Man into the charging chest of Onyx. But unfortunately, Onyx is in no position to capitalize on some of his offensive maneuvers. A lot of the wind has been taken out of the sails of Onyx. But you can't count this guy out ever. Hey, it's the Blackout on Blackout.
I've been waiting to call that one.
Too late. Oh!
Rayman's got a chair.
And Speedy Nelson calls for the bell. A disqualification for using the chair. God, it's come to this. Good Lord! And Homicide just KO'd referee Speedy Nelson. And the chair is being jammed into the elbow, left elbow of the World TV champ.
Look at him going to turn on the arm of Onyx.
That's another massacre. Another massacre orchestrated by Jeff G. Bailey, courtesy of Blackout. This is grotesque. We need some help from the back. Can we possibly get a word back there, Dan?
We do need some help. Is anybody going to hear me? If you dare, come stop these guys.
Looks like Blackout have had their share of punishment now.
Don't call him Onyx. Call him One Arm. Because Onyx, JC Daz, is going to finish that arm off in 2 weeks. So you think about that.
That is if he gets out of the pokey in 2 weeks.
The winners of the match, Blackout.
Not exactly true. Onyx wins by disqualification. He keeps the belt, but at what cost?
The Wildside Tag Team Champions. An ominous presence indeed.
And they, in fact, took out the World TV champ, softening up that left arm for the returning JC Daz once he stops wearing stripes down at the local correctional facility. But Onyx does win keep the World TV title via disqualification.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match as a result of disqualification and still World Television Champion, Onyx. Lopez, we know your scheduled opponent was Lance Dreamer tonight. He's not going to be here. Looks like you're left without a match.
Yeah, Lance is not going to be here because I just beat him too many times.
So what on earth has Lopez planned? Is there another opponent? I mean, no referee.
So I got a little surprise for y'all. Since I'm a technician in this ring, and I done beat every cruiserweight out there, I'm gonna have a little session.
Session?
We go dojo session. So if there's anybody in the back that wants to learn Wrestling 101,
he's holding a class.
please come down.
I think Lopez looks too impressed. Par for the course for him.
You call yourself a wrestler? Because you don't look like one. You look like a farmer. So you want to learn some moves out here, right? Hey!
Boy, the crowd on the junior heavyweight champion's case tonight.
You see, you guys are so ignorant. Do you see WWF's in here? This is not the WWF.
Okay, Jeremy.
This is a wrestling exhibition.
A wrestling lesson courtesy the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champ. And Lopez attempting to go behind. Lopez pretty much in effect, and making in fact Cooter Calhoun tap out. There's the reason why Lopez is a junior heavyweight champ, and he's patting his new student, Cooter Calhoun, on the head. What a nice instructor Jeremy Lopez is.
I hope you enjoyed that, especially you. You want in too? All right, anybody else?
It would certainly elevate them in the ranks of the junior heavyweight ranks here at Wildside. Cooter Calhoun couldn't quite pull it off. Despite some promising moments, Scott Cage gets his time in the sun here with Lopez. Both competitors circling each other. Lopez going for behind and floating over. Oh, and what kind of collegiate move is that? I don't think Dean Malenko taught that part. Maybe Joe, but it's certainly not Dean. Lopez is considering that a wrestling lesson to Scott Cage.
That's 2 down. Anybody else?
Teams wouldn't mind a wrestling lesson. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Todd Sexton having been trained at the Shawn Michaels dojo in San Antonio, Texas. Certainly different style than what you would get from the Dean Malenko dojo. No less effective, just in a different attack entirely. Lopez attacking this one a little bit more cautiously than either Cage or Calhoun. Yes, Lopez going very slowly. Todd Sexton is probably a good deal more of a handful than Lopez what we had in mind here. It's like the wrestling lesson is as much being handed by Sexton as there is from Lopez here. Lopez from behind. And Sexton wrenching that arm. And he tie him up. And it's a 3 count courtesy Scott Cage and Cooter Calhoun. Todd Sexton takes Lopez out for the count. And it's Lopez.
The winner of the wrestling exhibition, Todd Sexton.
And Lopez just KO'd Todd Sexton with that junior heavyweight championship belt. What kind of wrestling lesson was that? I guess it's a wrestling lesson as controlled by the junior heavyweight champion, Jeremy Lopez. I guess that's the price you pay for showing up Lopez. Getting KO'd across the back of the skull with that junior heavyweight championship belt. But suffice to say, Todd Sexton did it. He rolled up the junior heavyweight champ and got a 3 count. Wasn't official, but the number after 2, last I checked, was still 3.
Caprice, Coleman, and Jason Cross have had a lot of issues in the past. They tangled the Christmas KR 2001 in a tape 5th match.
Caprice Coleman goes sailing over B-Cubed and knock it out. Both Sweet Dreams and Jason Cross outside of the ring.
Springboard to the outside on the Sweet Dreams.
It's a family affair. Triple B running for his life.
Jason Cross, hard stomps to the back of Caprice Ice Coleman.
Oh, devastating kick to the ear, knocking off the balance and the equilibrium of Caprice Coleman. Sure doesn't help Coleman any having his brother, his former partner in arms at ringside. Oh, there he is! Sweet Dreams running into the ring, going after that briefcase. A tug of war between the two front. Sweet Dreams just KO'd Cross.
And a super kick into the briefcase by Coleman. Then a little game of hot potato. Here's the thermal shot. Here's the thermal shot.
What on earth? And in comes Adam Jacobs and his bodyguard going to town. I mean, Even referee Andrew Thomas had to call for the bell here. And here comes Jeff Bailey on. He's putting the boots to Caprice Coleman. Well, that match didn't take very long at all. Coleman does not deserve this. But I tell you, once you get in the crosshairs of Jeff Bailey, in come the Lost Boys. Over goes Sweet Dreams and Adam Jacobs.
It's the Lost Boys. Israel, Gabriel, to the outside.
So the bodyguard is sort of keeping Laz away. I haven't seen Laz anywhere in sight. But he certainly can't stop.
Outside moonsault for the Jason Cross.
Andrew Thomas telling Caprice Coleman the match is already over. A disqualification. Coleman did win the match. But it's now Coleman standing tall in middle of the ring with Azrael and now Gabriel.
Jeff G. Bailey just announced it as a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildside CEO Jeff G. Bailey has now made this matchup a 6-man tag.
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that.
They're out here, might as well get it on while that getting's good.
Works for me. However, I don't know if Jason Cross, who got his nose, I think, bloodied up in that encounter with Coleman, kind of thought maybe his work was done for the night. Don't go, and that's according to Jeff Bailey.
Look at that massive bodyguard of all that Adam Jacobs out there to enforce the restraining order that Laz has against all that Adam Jacobs.
Well, you have a bit of a hug fest going on at ringside. Let's keep it platonic, boys.
It's like it's going to be Sweet Dreams, Jacobs, and Cross against the Lost Boys and Coleman.
Well, Coleman's had some experience in the tag team ranks here at Wildside, but I don't think he's ever teamed with a team quite as odd as the Lost Boys.
Looks like Azrael is going to start it out against Jason Cross. Azrael has some very lethal kick combination.
Yeah, I think Azrael wants to see what's going on in that briefcase. It's just Twinkies, Azrael.
Collar elbow tie up in the center of the ring, side headlock applied by the role model, Jason Cross. He's cinching it in there. As with off the ropes, he comes shoulder tag, down goes Azrael. Cross comes up and over, off the ropes, leapfrog. Cross turns around, ducks a kick. Azrael ducks a kick, catches him in a drop toe hold, spins around into a front chancery. Beautiful execution by Azrael.
Some collegiate maneuvering from both competitors. Didn't expect that out of Azrael. But more importantly, neither did Jason Cross.
Azrael back to the clothesline. Oh, Azrael caught him in a cradle. 2 count only.
A newfound show of respect between these two athletes, neither of which were expecting to be meeting each other here tonight on the Wildside.
Jason Cross, look at that. In the ring he comes. Goes for a springboard 450, a slingshot 450 rather, but nobody home. Azrael misses a standing moonsault. There's the running shooting star.
But Gabriel in to break up a potential pin. No rule tag there. I guess we're going through Lucha rules here.
Tag was made to Adam Jacobs. Actually, it was a blind tag.
Yeah, but what's Gabriel doing here?
That's a good question. Super kick by Jason Cross.
It's a 6-man match. So much for tagging. And Coach Jacobs goes hurling between the second and third rope.
Sweet Dreams with his variation of a plancha.
But in the ring, it's Gabriel, and Jason Cross goes outside.
Oh my goodness! Nuga Santana leg drop. Jason Cross goes face first onto the floor. And Gabriel, man, broken his ass bones.
Azrael's been there before, but I dare say Jason Cross never been there. Cross is in bad shape. He already suffered a bloody nose early on in his match with Coleman, however brief it might have been.
Good God, he may be out cold.
The 6-man may have just turned into a 5-man match.
1 down, 2 to go. Drop toe by Caprice Coleman. All drag on all that Adam Jacobs. Adam Jacobs, the chief lumber layer here in NWA Wildside. We'll discuss that no further. Big drop kick. Reversal there by Jacobs. Reversal by Coleman. Gets to the midsection.